Hi everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good night. I don't know from where you guys are joining, but yeah, it's great to see you all over here. So, thank you for joining today. My name is Vidya, and I'm really excited to present you about the Azure AI. I mean, we're going to talk from basics till what all things we can cover. So, yeah, I hope you guys are also excited. Let me share my screen quickly, and we'll go through it. All right. So I'll be presenting on the Azure AI in manufacturing. So use case. So in this presentation, we'll explore how Azure AI is transforming the manufacturing industry. So here is an outline that I prepared it. So as we all know that Azure AI is transforming the manufacturing industry by improving its efficiency, enhancing quality control, and optimizing. So yeah, we will start with the overview. So here we will be having the evolution of AI, role of cloud, how it engaged in it, and then also we'll see how, followed by the detailed look on specific use case in the manufacturing sector. By the end of this presentation, you'll have the clear understanding on how this Azure AI can be leveraged to solve problems related to manufacturing and also driving the innovation. So coming to let me start the presentation. Okay, so let's start why we are using Microsoft Azure AI. So if you see there are if we see the edge, so it's like 7.5 trillion characters translated per month. And if we talk about the platform, of course Teams almost everybody is using on a daily basis. If you have a college work or if we have some office works or related to that, so 54 million meetings hours transcript per month. Then again, we have this Microsoft PDF form. So 360, what we call. So it has 100 million monthly active subscribers of AI text prediction. So yeah, that's why there is a good, not only hype, but actually AI is what building the industry currently. So it in every business you will see the use case of AI. Okay, so Azure AI is comprehensive suite of AI service. So it is basically a service platform and tools offered by Microsoft Azure. It allows the business to build, deploy, and manage AI solutions at scale. The core components of Azure AI includes, there are few of the core that is like Azure Machine Learning. Then we have Cognitive Service, Azure Bot Service, Cognitive Service. We are going to go through most of them in the coming slides. So it's not like something that we will just follow it. So these are services that are building block for creating intelligent applications that can analyze data, understanding NLP, recognize image, and many more. So if we see the use case, there are the use case in almost all the field. If you compare with health field, so patient data and risk. So previously, how the data used to go through was like it was just the manual entry and yeah, some of the formalities in the hospitals and so on. Now, the advancement of AI has been increased so much that people are actually building it. Even if it comes to it is not just like okay, AI is something that would be related to only to the engineers or related or might be to in banking or something like that. It AI is something that is an open box. It is open for everything. So if we see in the healthcare, nowadays health apps are there and they are very, they are very intelligent. So by your heart rate or they can discover so many things by their own. So lifestyle management and monitoring is one of them. Then inpatient care and hospital management and so on. There are many things. Virtual assistant, you instead of just giving all the manual entries, you can directly give it to an AI chatbot, or it might be something that they have integrated in their systems. So it becomes pretty clear, and you usually get that precise solutions with that. Then it comes to manufacturing, material movement, predictive maintenance, and machine inspections, and so on. So even in retail, it is there, in fintech, automotive, agriculture, marketing, and I mean there is so many use case in every business you will see for AI. So yeah, that's why AI is being a buzzword nowadays. So, coming to next, so most comprehensive trusted infrastructure for AI. So this is, we can say, an infrastructure of AI. So why AI in manufacturing? So there are I mean there are many things that we're going to discover. So the manufacturing industry faces several challenges, including the complex supply chains, quality control issues. They need the predictive maintenance, because what AI is something that is comprehensive of many other programming tools. Plus the main motive over here is we are building something that is similar to human intelligence. Okay, so human intelligence comes when we are actually when we want machine, when we want a software to predict something that what we humans can do, right? So that's how AI comes into the picture. After integration of machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and all and many other, there are so many. If I start counting, then it will be like it's a mixture, it's a combination of many. So AI offers solutions to these challenging by automation routine tasks, improving quality control, enabling predictive maintenance, and optimizing the overall operations. So the manufacturers can efficient significantly improve in productivity, quality, and cost in efficiency. At the end of the day, we expect a good outcome, so that's what we are able to get it. The predictive maintenance is really very strong. It is like a crucial part of the application. And if we see the infrastructure, so it has the model inferencing, mid-range training, high-end training. So we will be seeing all this in the coming slides. We have the Azure data centers, they are that are globally distributed, trusted, and secure. Then they have the backup and recovery. So if we talk in a general term, let me give you one example. So if why we need a cloud, what's the need of it? So if we talk in a very general term, so if we all use Flipkart, we all use Amazon, we all use any other XYZ shopping websites or apps. Okay, now what happens if there is a sale? For example, there is a sale in Flipkart Big Billion Days. Okay, now what happens if they are cutting out the price till 80 to 90%? What happens is there are lots and lots of people who are going to target that site. One, I mean, not it's not that they all will together come and hit that URL or try to purchase it or place the order, or might they are add to the cart and so on. But what happens, they might feel some lag, or we have never seen that they are not able to place order. Yeah, have you ever guys seen that, okay, Amazon services are not available today, or Flipkart is down today? No, we have never seen that. So what happens is, if there are so many audience that targets to the one point, then what happens, automatically they are scalable. That's how a cloud is very scalable. It automatically gets scale. It is an on demand service. So like whatever user, however, and even if it in one region, it is so if you have the knowledge, prerequisites of AI, you might be knowing that it has multi regions. Okay, it's not it is distributed in if it is hosted in Asia, it might be hosted in other regions also. So cloud computing, as its course, it's all about delivering the computing service overall internet instead of maintaining the physical data center services business. And you can rent it. I mean, on demand services, so users can provision resource as needed without requiring the human intervention. Then it is a broad network access, so services are accessible overall network by standard mechanism. Resource pooling is there, so providers compute resources are pulled to multiple servers and multiple consumers. It is rapid elasticity. So these all are the features or the common things that you will find in all the cloud services. It's not just about Azure. It might be of AWS cloud, and Google Cloud, and so on. Then measured services are there. So these are the benefits of cloud computing, and there are so on. It offers a cost saving by eliminating the need for business to invest in and maintain their own IT infrastructure. So there's this one thing, you might not need the hardware. You don't have to focus on hardware much, because all your details would be just needed as a software in the cloud. So artificial intelligence itself is being integrated. So how AI comes in picture was, AI refers to the development of computer systems that can perform tasks basically requires the human intelligence. Though these tasks included recognizing speech or making decisions, you can say making decisions, and AI can be broadly categorized into solving problems, translate language translation. You have seen nowadays people are using so much AI, translating text from the images, or you can say image from image, removing image content. Everything is no what not could be done from AI. So basically, AI have already been in our daily lives. Virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, or and there are so many. So use of AI and understanding this, they respond to your voice. If you see the versions of chat GPT or other chatbots, you will be see they are keep on updating themselves. So recommendation systems, we all have been gone through Netflix, Amazon, Hotstar. So use of AI, they have integrated AI to predict the way what all things you are watching based on your watch history. They are okay understanding your behavior, and according to that they are predicting it. Self-driving cars are being developed using AI to navigate and make the real decisions on the road. Even now you can see, not only it is integrated in AI, it is also integrated with AR and VR too. So by starting with these slides, we have understood the overall intro of AI as well as the cloud. So let's go ahead. We will be seeing, we talked about what is cloud computing. So these I have noted down some of the key factors and the benefits that the cloud provides. So it is very clear that it is an on-demand service, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, measured service, and its benefits includes cost saving, scalability. It is very flexible, so flexibility is there, business continuity, and disaster recovering. So even if your data will definitely be saved in cloud. So that is one of the best use case what I find. See, if you have if you have laptop, or if you have any hardware device, it might get I mean, it might get some virus or something, or it might be lost. Then all your data would be, like, simply it will be of no use, and it will automatically, all everything will be lost, right? But in the cloud, there is always a backup, and all your data would be saved, whatever you are putting it towards it, and whatever you are doing, the next day if you open, you'll have everything as it is. So yeah, that is a pretty much good use case of the cloud, and also it is accessibility from anywhere. So that all makes it more powerful. So interactive, we are going to interact with AI and cloud. So how AI and cloud complement with each other. So scalability, as we talked about, cloud provides the computational power needed for AI. It's flexible, so it is like you can scale up and scale down. In a simple term, I can say that if you once you are adding the virtual machine, so if you add it, like, if you want currently, okay, my work would be done in 100 GB, but later on you realize, no, I need more I need more data, or I need more RAM, I need more servers. Then you can anytime scale up, and you can also scale down. So it is very cost efficient also, because at the same time, you if you want, okay, my work would be done in just 100 GB. I scaled up, but again I want to scale down. You can do that. They provide that flexibility too. So AI enhanced the cloud service. Example, you can see that the AI powered analytics intelligence systems, cloud based AI platforms. We have Azure AI, we have AWS, we have Google Cloud, we have IBM AI, and there are so many platforms and services provided by different, you can say, different service providers. So we have this when we talk about AI in cloud computing, we have the automation. So automation and its efficiency. Uh, Simple terms, example I have put it on, like IT maintenance, software updates, predictive maintenance, then AI to predict the hardware and failures, timely maintenance. So resource optimization, AI driven auto scaling of cloud resource based on the demand, cost saving through efficient resource management, and so on and so forth. So in the as even if you see in the manufacturing industries, might face many challenges too. So it is very important that we should recognize its value, including the complex supply chain quality control issues, the need for predictive maintenance and efficiency of it. So AI offers solutions to all these challenges too. Automation route tasks, improving quality controls, enabling predictive maintenance, and optimizing all these things. So when these things have been, when AI gets added to the systems, then automatically its productivity gets increases. So it is also used uh, as a predictive maintenance with Azure AI. So maintenance is a very crucial application for AI in manufacturing. So it provides the predictive equipment failures before it occurs. So which usually is going to help to reduce the downtime and maintains its cost. So Azure AI facilitates the predictive maintenance through iOS sensors, to collecting the data from equipment, then machine learning by building predictive tools, models, and real-time monitoring and alerts to notify maintenance to teams of potential issues. So yeah, these are few of the things that I feel you might be knowing, or you should have that knowledge. Then in data analytics also, if we see that algorithms analyzing the massive amount of data quickly and accurately, predicting the future trends based on the historical data. So of course, you know how it is being useful in real time applications. Then business intelligence, so data driven decision making, visualizing tools, and also the power of BI. So yeah, these are few of the things that is very essentials. And also there are many virtualization tools that are available. So that makes a good combo of everything. Like it is very, it's like pay as you go. So whatever services you need, you add it, you pay for your service, just you have to pay for your service, that's it. You don't have to go beyond that. So even whenever we are talking about any cloud service or any of the service, let it be, don't, if we are not only talking about cloud, any service, the most concern thing that we have is security. So obviously there are security in all the clouds. So enhancing the security, there are anomaly detection, so identifying the unusual patterns that could indicate the security threat. So anytime you'll get the alert, so you don't have to be like, okay, if they found that your patterns are your patterns are like, it doesn't look very formal, and seems like there might be something that is being detected, so you will get the indications. Then they have automated responses, so AI systems can respond to threat in real time without the human intervention. Then predicting and migrating, so cyber attacks, usually using AI to forecast the potential security breach and take the predictive measures. So these are few of the things that, as a user, we are very concerned about the security, so we should be knowing about all these things. So what all services that is provided by Azure AI, and how we are able to use it in our daily life, and how Azure AI is using for quality control. So if we talk about the quality control, it is another critical area where AI can take a significant impact. Traditional mutual inspections are proven to error and inconsistency. So Azure AI, particularly through computer vision, and also there are cognitive services that enables automated and accurate defect detection. So where how the security comes into the picture. These AI driven solutions ensure consistency and reliability quality assessments, reducing the variability and amount quality, and also minimizing the defect. So that's how you can use it, and you should be relying on these cloud services. So coming to next, we have the personalizations use case. So understanding the user preference behavior through data recommendations, and also the custom content delivery based on the user history. So I think all of these we have pretty much covered. So these are like a very basic and everyone should know about it. Then there are enhanced services. So virtual assistants, chatbots is another service that is provided. So AI empowered customer service bots, example you would have seen the Google assistants, is one of them. Then intelligent search capabilities. So AI, definitely you might have gone through Google search, or also if it is a Microsoft big, then you might have come across that they have integrated the AI in the search tool itself. So that provides you more precise output for what you are giving the input. So real world examples: AI driven customer support systems, automated content curation platforms. So even the cost, if we talk about the cost management, so again optimizing the cost, predicting use patterns. AI model forecasts the cloud resource using the trends. Cost effective, so they are very cost effective, and also as you mentioned, you can anytime auto scale to match the resource supply with demand. And also these tools are cost analyzing and saving for the suggestion. So if we talk about the Azure AI for supply chain optimization, so supply chain management is manufacturing and highly complex involving demand forecasting, so inventory management and logistics. So Azure AI offers the robust solution for optimizing these supply chains. So machine learning comes into picture. So Azure ML can be used to predict the demand accurately, while real-time inventory tracking ensure optimal stock levels. Additional AI optimizations to improve its efficiency and reduced costs. So these are few of the things that has to be taken care. Then we have this like the question occurs, okay, why are we using only Azure AI? Is it like, it's not that you have to go with only a particular, but today we are talking about the Azure AI. So basically, Azure is nothing but it is a Microsoft's cloud platform, at least you guys would have known till now. And Azure's market position, one of the lead cloud service provider globally, and seamless integrated with wide range of AI tools and services. Then Azure Machine. So these are some of the services that are provided. I tried to add it. I added few of them. So we'll go through it one by one. So first of all, we have the Azure Machine Learning. So as the name says, it's machine learning. So it has the features of comprehensive suite for building, training, and deploying the models. Of course, that's what we do in ML. We are building the models, and also we are training the data so that it will help in future predictions. If integrated with AI, support for various programming languages and framework, supports many frameworks, and also the programming you can use Python. Usually, we use Python, R, and many more. So training and deployment, scalable infrastructure for model training, easy deployment of models as web services. Then there are many use cases: predictive maintenance, fraud detections, personalized recommendations, and so on. So this is one of the service Azure Machine Learning is provided. So the next one is cognitive service that we talked about just a few minutes before. So what is its cognitive service? So it's just like an APIs for vision. It's speech, language, and decision making. So all these APIs. Then you have the computer vision, face API, the video indexer, speech to text, text to speech, speech translation. I try to put it in a very basic so that you guys can understand what is cognitive services. So these are the services that have been provided: text analytics, translator, Q&A maker. Then decision in terms of if we talk about the cognitive services in terms of decisions, then we have the detector, content moderator, personalized personalizer, anomaly detector, and so on. Then, if we talk about in real service, so automation, we use it in automation, content analyzing, language transformation. Then the other service that AI provides is the bot service, so building and deploying the bots, so tools and frameworks for bot development, then integration. So you might have come across these bots in Teams or Slack or even Facebook Messenger, and now the, even in Snapchat we see that AI bot. Where not we are seeing that AI bot. So this is one of the service that Azure also provides, and its benefits is like improve customer engagement, automated support, and information reveal. And now you see even most of the e-commerce platforms have their own AI bots. So even if you see the Mintra recommendation AI, they have added AI. So okay, if you want to search today, like I it's a sunny day, like what would be, what should something I should go and I mean wear something, and if I'm buying something, you can add that plus point. Okay, how what exactly I can wear, and I mean, can you suggest some good anything like sort of dresses and all. So you'll get a very precise answer. You'll get the links and everything, the price predictions, and if you want to add more, you can give that chatbot, okay, I don't need this, suggest me something related to that. So that's how the bot services are, and I think all of you might have come across somewhere or the other uh, in your daily life. So next is cognitive search. So this is another service that is provided by Azure. So Azure Cognitive Search, then you have the AI powered search capabilities. So that is enhancing the functionality using AI. So extracting the insights from structured and unstructured data. So as we know that if we are talking about ML, so there will be lots and lots of data that might be of different categories. There might be structured data, unstructured data, and then from those data, when we are extracting the useful information that is being needed, that's how we are extracting the main information. So it is like you can see the implementation examples: enterprise search solutions, then e-commerce product searches, as you already discussed. So yeah, these are some of the cognitive search that uses the functionality of AI in their own systems. Then we have the Azure for Recognizer. This is another service provided by Azure, extracting information from docs, so automatically identifying, extracting the key value pair tables. So it has its own use cases. Processing receipts involves forms and also reduces the manual data entry. You don't have to sit and put the okay name, blah blah blah, blah and so on. So it would be definitely help you to save the time, as well as your data would be saved in cloud, so you don't have to worry if some disaster or something happened. Okay, where is my data? All the data got finished, nothing gonna happen. You'll have the backup. You can backup in multi regions too. So if one region, if you feel that your website is hosted in multi regions, or any of your data is put it in one region, and you feel that region is currently not available or might be facing some issues, then it automatically shifts to another region. So that's how the beauty of cloud is. So it increases the processing speed and accuracy. Definitely, that's what I'm seeing. If one region is down, automatically it will indicate to the other region, and you will never feel the slowness, because you might have already come across for all these applications where you might have never seen that they are today Amazon is down, today Flipkart is down. We have never seen that. So that is how these systems are built. Then we have the benefits of using Azure AI. Like why only Azure we are using? So it is scalability, integrity, security, cost efficiency, continuous innovation. As I already mentioned, to every cloud service, definitely these things has to be there. So easily scalable, seamless integration, the Azure services with Microsoft products. That is one of the best thing I also feel. Then comes to security, features to protect your data and applications. Cost efficiency, pay as you go model is always there. Tools for monitoring and managing cost, regular updates and new features ahead of AI advancement. So it is always, even if any of the product is launched, So you should keep on updating it, you should keep on adding value to it, because if you stop, then definitely your product will be lagging somewhere with the competitors. So that's why regular updates is very important in the market. So coming to next, the most important thing, that why do we need to have the knowledge, where can I use this knowledge? So of course, you can use this all these knowledge while giving, you should learn about the basics, and also to the practical knowledge, till the practical knowledge, and you can give the certification exam. So if we talk about the Microsoft Azure exam, so we have the Microsoft Azure AI fundamentals exam. So that's how you start. By giving the fundamental exam, you should have the basic knowledge of all the services that we discussed, and there are many services. For the fundamentals, you just need to learn about on and around 20 to 25 services that is provided. So you will have a tag of Microsoft. It is Azure AI fundamental. So 901. So you guys can go through it and you can start preparing. So that will help you at the end. I mean, if you pass the exam, you'll get the certificate. You can upload it, and at the end, you can add it in your resume and say that, okay, I have done this and I have the basic knowledge of AI. You all know how this generative AI is being growing exponentially, and we all know its value. So Azure AI Engineer Associate, then after giving the fundamental exam, you can definitely go for associate and the professional exam. So it is like step by step, you cannot jump from first step to the last step all at once. Okay, you have to go step by step. So focus on building and deploying the AI solutions in Azure. Then you can go with the Azure Data Scientist Associate, applying the data science and machine learning techniques to Azure. Then you can also go through the designing and implementing Azure Solution Architect Expert. So these are some of the certifications that Azure provide. You can also go through other certifications if you want. Then there are other service providers also that they provide. We have AWS, IBM AI Engineer Professional Certificate, Google Professional Data Engineer Certificate. So these certificates will help you in growing the career as an AI engineer or as an beginner of AI. So that will really help you all. So taking a pause, and we all know the value of the Azure AI with the integrating with with cloud, and also there are many tools that are available. So I'll take it as that Azure offers a varieties of AI tools that are practically useful in manufacturing. Also, many AI machine learning that allows you to build and train the machine models. We saw the cognitive providers, we saw the APIs that were provided for different vision, text, speech, language, and decision making capabilities. Then Azure IoT connects and monitors to IoT devices and enabling. So there are many tools that helps in manufacturing these that we all discuss. And if you want to go in deeper to all these tools, you can definitely you can learn it, and it will really boost your knowledge, and it will help you all. So you just start with fundamentals, and then you can step by step go through it. So yeah, these are a few of the things that I wanted you all to know, and it is like a highlighted thing. So knowledge is not something that is okay, this much only you have to learn. It is like an ocean, so you can go and dive into it. There are so many things that you can just explore. The more you explore, the more you will have the better knowledge, and of course you should never stop, you should keep on enhancing it. So yeah, these are a few of the things, and the future is, you all know the future, where it is going towards the AI. So you should definitely have that these capabilities that helps you in growing as a college student or as a professional. You should know about the key factors of all these capabilities. So yeah, I hope the session was informative. I tried to keep it along with it. So yeah, if we recap, we saw the AI enhancing the cloud computing through automation, analytics, security, and personalizations. We saw the future trends, continued integrity of AI with cloud service, innovation of AI cloud applications, and growing its importance in business and tech. So yeah, I'll take a pause, and I hope the session was quite informative, and you guys would have definitely learned something from the one you were before the session, and the at end of the session you guys would have definitely known the services, or at least you must have got the picture of AI with cloud and also about the Azure cloud. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us.